Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's Destin Choice, and you're watching Choice TV. Now today I want to do this video talking about this whole situation. I'm pretty sure the title and thumbnail got your opinion, so I'm going to get right to the fucking point. And as I do that, I'm going to be enjoying my nice little hot sausages and my pickled eggs. If you're from the South, you know what the fuck these are. But long story short, I want to come on here and speak on the whole situation regarding Bretman Rock. Now, I'm sure every single one of you guys know who Bretman Rock is. But for those of y'all who don't know who Bretman Rock is a Filipino-American YouTuber who's from Hawaii. And he basically has been in Hawaii his entire life. And he's currently 21 years old. Now, he got his start on social media basically back in 2014, back when the prime of Vine was popping, back when Vine was funny for, you know, doing cringy things, back when people were doing crazy makeup looks on Vine. That's how he got his start on Vine. Now, long story short, he became a massive mainstream star after he transitioned over to Instagram because he's after getting a lot of publicity on his comedic, funny, random sketch comedies that he used to do on his Instagram that he still does to this day. And now he has a YouTube channel with over 3 million subscribers. The dude is basically popping and he's really solidified himself. You know, he recently came out with his own palette. He's even worked with Rihanna. Now, here's what the controversy is today.
Small dick. Tell your nigga he has a small dick. Tell your nigga he has a small dick.
Buddy, I don't wanna talk, no nigga, but no nigga. How you got it?
Now, that video resurfaced, and that video is from 2015. Basically, he apologized for all those videos back in 2018, when a lot of those videos started coming back to haunt him.
On September 5th of 2018, Bretman rocked to Twitter and he said, "Yes, I have videos of me saying the N-word and I will always own up to it. For that being said, I realized, apologized, and deleted those vids in 2015 before all your other faves are doing it now." Now, he did claim to apologize, but I couldn't find any record from 2015 of him apologizing.
Because y'all know, almost every fucking beauty influencer, they're not role models. I find it funny how people look up to all these beauty influencers and look at them as, oh my god, you're the only one that's not problematic. Well, more particularly the non-beauty gurus, the non-black beauty gurus. They're normally the ones who are problematic, and they're normally the ones who get the most opportunities. The people who aren't black but normally dominate the makeup industry. It's very interesting. Now, I find it funny because a lot of people, especially drama channels, aren't really reporting on it. You know, Black Twitter did pop up for, you know, a couple of hours because, you know, these tweets and, you know, this video resurfaced 2 days ago, like around midnight, and people did talk about it for a little bit, but then after a while, Bretman Rock's fans basically shut all that shit out and said, leave that shit the fuck alone. It's not that serious. Oh my god. Slavery is over. Like, all types of shit. Now, to make a long story short, Bretman Rock fans basically outshadowed everybody, and basically people basically said it's not a big deal. So, since it wasn't a huge hate train like the Laura Lee shit, or it wasn't a huge hate train like, you know, the Amalu situation or whatever, a lot of people just pretty much let it go. But I also find it funny how a lot of drama channels in particular aren't reporting on it. You know, I really find it funny because a lot of these drama channels who claim to, you know, be so real and be the only unproblematic drama channel isn't reporting on it. But one thing I want to point out to a lot of y'all is, watch out for all these drama channels who are following, in cahoots, or friends with a lot of these YouTubers. Because I find it funny how I've literally unsubscribed to damn near like 8 beauty drama channels because a lot of them have stood up here and say, oh yeah, you know, as I was reporting on this, you know, Sister James Charles, or, you know, Jeffree Star slid in my DMs, you know, I'm on his PR list and everything, and, you know, he gave me the real tea. And just like, unsubscribe, bitch, unsubscribe. I get very fucking annoyed when I hear that a drama channel is in cahoots with a YouTuber or a beauty guru at that. You know, the worst type of parasites on the fucking planet. So, basically, here's my thoughts on Bretman Rock's video, and here's what a lot of fans had to say before I even elaborate.
A lot of people didn't know that word was offensive. People thought it was synonymous to homie. People knew there was a difference between the hard R N-word and the other N-word, but didn't know both words hurt black people. People are not mind readers. They didn't know. Right. Because you would curse in front of your mom because you can't control yourself. Okay. So then somebody said, he said it with an ah at the end. What's the big deal? Y'all really be doing the most when someone says the N-word. Like, calm it down. It's not that serious. People be saying it for non-racial reasons. That word means different thing. Educate me, please. But I just don't understand if N-word is something so racist, why would majority of rappers perpetuate it in their lyrics? And if the reason is because they're black, isn't it counterproductive? If Bretman Rock had said the N-word with a hard R, it would be different. But he didn't. He was 15, and he was stupid. Let it go. There are plenty of people who give their white friends a pass to say the N-word, so why is it all of a sudden a race thing? Another thing is, many people distinguish nigga and nigger because a lot of people can't stand the hard R. Then somebody on Twitter tried to argue with me, and basically they said, okay, TROYCETV, I agree with you, but black people do get it extremely hard and being targeted in stores and stuff, but it's not only them. People of color in general, and especially minorities, are always targeted. Let's not forget that. Then somebody said, have you been to New York? Literally everyone says it. That was 5 years ago, dumbass. He literally apologized, so shut your bitch ass up. Then my favorite comment of all, somebody said, do y'all remember back in like 2008 when everyone was saying the N-word without meaning anything behind it because everyone got along with everyone and didn't know the history behind it? Yeah, it's fucking stupid to hold a grudge over it. Leave Bretman Rock alone.
A lot of fans basically felt like it wasn't that serious, and one pea-brain, one biscuit-head motherfucker literally sat up here and said,
they have dark skin, a wide nose, and full lips. They have and will continue to experience the same racism that anyone of color will go through, and now.
Well, technically, Bretman Rock is a person of color, so yeah, big nose, dark skin, so apparently that's supposed to justify him saying the N-word. Now, long story short, how do I feel about people saying the N-word if they're not black? I've gotten to a point where I don't care. And let me tell you why I don't care. I've gotten to a point where I don't care. I used to call it out because when I was in high school, people said that shit all the fucking time. People said that shit all the time. You know, growing up in a city where it's diverse, if you grew up around a lot of Latinos, black, white people, a diverse environment, overall, everyone said that shit. And you know it. Especially if you live in fucking New York or fucking Connecticut or in Jersey or in Florida, they say that shit like it's like they're drinking water. Like they say it like it's nothing, and to them it doesn't mean anything. Now, a lot of people love to say that they're offended by the N-word, more particularly black people, and then a lot of people say, you know, if you're not black, you shouldn't say it. But in my personal opinion, I think we gotta stop giving out N-word passes because I've seen a profuse amount of people, more particularly black people, give out N-word passes, but yet get mad when people that they don't know, don't like, or don't support, or are white say the N-word. And it's just like, if they're not saying it in a way where it's offensive and you don't keep the same energy, then what is the point of getting upset? Because I see way too many N-word passes being given out. Cardi B don't even identify as black, but yet she gets to say the N-word.
It's something that like is like a lingo. Like even if I want to stop saying it, I really can't stop saying it. Like I'm sorry. Like it seems like it's something that is so normal, which is bad. But like it is what it is. And if it comes to the fact that she's Latina, you know, like my parents, my father's side, we're Spanish, we're Hispanic and everything. But it's like, where do them Spanish people came from? Where them Latina people came from? They mixed people, you know. We mix with African, European, mulattic and everything, and it's just like, what am I considered?
Explain. How does that make sense? She doesn't identify as black. Neither of her parents are black, but she gets a pass with the N-word just because she's from New York and she's from the Bronx. 6ix9ine from Brooklyn, New York. He gets to say the N-word all day. No one holds him accountable. Everybody says, "Oh my God, I can't wait for 6ix9ine to get out," but no one cares that he says the N-word.
On radio, and she was like, "If you're Latino, I want to know why you use the word nigga." And I looked at her and I paused for a second and I said,
and she was black herself?
She was black. And I said, maybe it's because I am that nigga. Oh my God. I don't give a fuck, man. Like, I don't think you understand. I don't give a fuck. Live on the radio, I was like, I am that nigga. She looked at me, she was like, huh? I said, so you don't call your girlfriends bitches? Like when y'all be out, huh? I was like, have you ever called one of your girls? Bitch, stop playing. She was like, yeah, I have. It's like that. That's what we doing here. That's what we doing. I don't care, man, because can't nobody tell me, like, they know how I mean it. And my whole theory about it is, I'm Latino, I can't say nigga. Blacks and Latinos is the same shit. If you go back in history.
Like that rhyme that you said, once you said, cause my
ass is
skin is
fat.
not
But she's
white.
Spanish.
But here's the thing. But people don't
No,
want
she's
you to be
Spanish. She's not even white.
But people don't want to.
No, her skin. Look.
But listen, what color?
Are you Spanish?
I'm sorry.
You
what color
Spanish?
is Fat Joe?
Are you Spanish?
I'm Puerto Rican and Italian.
Then you black. Period. I don't care.
I'm not black.
White people. First of all, Italians are almost not even white. To be honest, Italians, Italians really are. They almost black white people. But you Spanish, you are other on the test. On the test, you're other. You're not called. You're what?
You know what I'm saying? So until we stop giving out N-word passes as black people, that's when we could fully get mad and condemn the N-word as a whole. In my personal opinion, the N-word should have never been a popular thing. It should have never been a trend, and I blame rappers for why it's perpetuated so much. It should have never been a thing overall, and I hate the fact that it's such a popular mainstream word that people love. And honestly, wholeheartedly, I don't care who says it, but let's just put it this way. I don't think white people should say it, but if they do say it, I don't really give a fuck as long as you're not being offensive. If you say some shit like, oh, what's good, my nigga, I'm gonna just be like, oh, okay, what's up? But if you say some shit like, oh, bitch ass nigga, you better go pick some cotton, then, bitch, I want to fight. But if you're not saying the way to be offensive, then I don't see it as a big deal. But I do find it funny how a lot of people aren't holding Bretman Rock accountable, because it seems like every single fucking week there's a fucking parasite of a beauty guru getting exposed for saying the N-word. Now, it's really fucked up that a lot of people aren't keeping the same energy of Bretman Rock, more specifically because he's not known for being problematic. And if you guys didn't know, he did apologize for it in 2018. And now that it's resurfaced again, he finally addressed it. He basically said,
Please let this be a lesson that everything you post online stays with you. That video still haunts me to this day, and I'm so ashamed of it. What you think is acceptable when you're young isn't going to age well. Words matter, they hurt, and they will live with you forever. Then he tweeted, Just woke up to a video that resurfaced me from 5 years ago. I've apologized for that video before and will happily do it again. It was as stupid and ignorant as it is now, and I'm no longer a 15-year-old piece of shit, and I know that behavior is unacceptable, period.
I don't really trust tweeted apologies because to a certain extent, when I see apologies that are tweeted, I can't sense your body motion. You feel where I'm coming from? If I can't see a visual apology of you addressing it on your story, or you addressing it in a YouTube video, or you addressing it in a Twitter video, then at this point, I don't know how I feel about it. Because, you know, people love to do written up apologies, and a lot of times those apologies are written up by PR agents. A lot of them are written up by management. And for me, I just be like, are you really sorry, bitch? Because a lot of times, not saying this is for Bretman Rock's case, but in a lot of cases, a lot of beauty gurus will probably jump in group chats and say, all right, fine, I apologize to the Negroes. Now I can finally go back to doing business again with Coca-Cola. It's just like, are you really sorry? So let's just put it this way. I do find it funny how more particularly a lot of people, even black people, aren't holding Bretman Rock accountable, because he is getting dragged by a few people, but then there are a lot of people who are saying, well, he didn't say he said he didn't say he said there's a difference. And mind you, I see a lot of people, more particularly white people, accepting apologies on other people's behalf.
You know, I really sincerely apologize for the horrible, hurtful things that I said.
It's okay, we forgive you. You were just a kid. I don't think she was apologizing to you, and, like, we don't forgive her.
She was just a kid! Why can't you forgive her?
And I think that's the most funniest thing in the world, how people love to accept apologies on my behalf. Like I said, I'm not angry, because for me, I'm just like, people give N-word passes all the fucking time. I'm not giving an N-word pass. I simply just like to keep the same fucking energy. And until everybody can stop giving out N-word passes, I'm gonna continue to not give a fuck and just look the other way. Because in reality, most of the non-black YouTubers do fucked up problematic shit behind the scenes and act like they're sorry in the long run, but they're really not. But to make a long story short, I do want to point out the fact that, you know, people do look at my opinion as problematic when it comes to the N-word, because when it comes to my stance on the N-word, a lot of people aren't going to agree, which I respect, and I'm sure these comments about to be lit the fuck up, but if they are, I'm probably not going to see them. But long story short, the N-word is subjective, and it's become a point to where everyone has pretty much normalized it, so I don't really give a fuck. But in other words, cancel culture acts again. Cancel culture has every right to hold them accountable, but let's not sit up here and say, okay, so what? He apologized. So what? It's just like, come on. What happened to accountability? People love to throw out the whole age card, and that's my biggest pet peeve when people bring up age. I mean, what is the point of tweeting something out there? Like, do you want likes? Do you want attention? And I personally feel like if you're going to tweet something or say something, then you likely meant it. But at the same time, with Bretman Rock, a lot of people still want to hold them accountable, more particularly a small amount of people, because if you guys didn't know, Bretman Rock is still friends with Nikita Dragon. If y'all know anything about Nikita Dragon, y'all know she's one of the most problematic bitches on YouTube. And to make a long story short, Nikita Dragon is not very credible, and she's been accused of racism several times. Now, if you guys didn't know, back in 2018, Jeffree Star did Nikita Dragon's makeup, and basically, Nikita Dragon had fucking... She basically was a chocolate melanated goddess. Like, she went from being a pasty little bitch to being a chocolate melanated goddess. So it's just like, it doesn't make any sense. And then she also did an Instagram story where she was showing off the tan. And then according to her, it was a filter, which I personally don't fucking believe. Because if you look closely, she has a do-rag. And in defense for her blackfish, and she tried to excuse it with, it was a filter, or... The do-rag was, it was to protect my wig. People use do-rags to protect their, long, straight wigs, which I've never heard no fuck shit like that in my life, but correct me if I'm wrong. But Nikita Dragon is pretty fucking problematic. And not only that, Nikita Dragon has also had instances where she's wore box braids. Now, if you guys didn't know, when Nikita Dragon wore box braids, she tried to make it seem like she was an ally for the black community, and she was an ally for black issues, and she was an ally for black rights, and yeah... Give my black sisters some shine. They deserve the credit for braids.
We're gonna say stuff about the hair choice that I have made, and I'm just gonna be straight up and real with you. I appreciate all of my gorgeous black women, and this was completely inspired by them. This is actually a protective hairstyle used to, really protect the hair, get all the braids. It's such a cute look, and I wanted to emulate this in a wig. This is actually a wig. I know I didn't actually get it braided, but I know a lot of times people get crazy in terms of like trying to rename a style or something that has such deep-rooted culture, and I would never want to obviously offend anybody. Me being part Native American, we also have braids and stuff like that, but I just wanted to take this moment to really just show my love, because I feel like there is a double standard for people who wear styles that are predominantly obviously black or come from black culture, and people want to act like it's a new trend or act like it's something brand new or whatever, and I just don't think that that's the case, obviously. And I even though I'm quote unquote benefiting, I guess, from the double standard, I just think it's whack. It's like, why can't these women wear their gorgeous style to work? Or why are we having people being sent home from schools and things? And I just feel like I definitely want to raise awareness for that, for one.
When it was like, really, and then she tried to sit up here and act like she was some type of ally, when in reality she wasn't. She wore the braids for personal gain. She wore the braids to promote products. She wore the braids to start controversy, and then she tried to turn it into an activism. Out of all the hairstyles in the world, there's fish ponytails, pigtails, I don't fucking know, doo-doo braids. Out of all the hairstyles in the world, you want to wear box braids. One of the few hairstyles in the world that still causes an immense amount of discrimination towards black people. Anyways, Nikita Dragon overall is a problematic ass bitch, and he is still friends with her, which I'm not going to condemn him for being friends with somebody who's pretty problematic, because, people love to say birds are feathers flock together, but at the same time, he might have held her accountable behind the scenes. Now, let's address the simple fact that, although he's still friends with Nikita Dragon, Bretman Rock has had instances where he's taken pictures where he's wearing 4C textured wigs. Now, not only is he wearing 4C textured wigs, he's also wearing the big bamboo earrings. Now, stuff like that is what pretty much rub people the wrong way. I don't personally give a fuck, but seeing him with the bamboo earrings and the afro, I'm like, it's debatable, but for me, I'm just like, I don't really give a fuck at this point. Cancel culture is very one-sided, and it's gotten to a point where it's so fucking toxic, and it's been hijacked by children. Cancel culture used to be good, it used to be positive. When it came to the Me Too movement, when it came to, pedophilia in Hollywood, when it came to homophobia, that's when the cancel culture was popping. But now it's gotten to a point where I noticed that it's been hijacked by little ass kids who have nothing better to do. So then they twist it and they cancel who they feel like is condemnable, and they cancel who they've never supported. But then when it's time for their faith to be held accountable, then it's, oh, well, it's not that serious. Oh, well, it's just like, we have to keep the same energy. At one point, for example, I'm going to use this as an example. I still listen to R. Kelly's music, okay? That's problematic as fuck for a lot of people to hear. Some people even said, Troyce, don't say that again because that's going to resurface and 10 years from now that's going to bite you in the ass. Listen, bitch, I'm still going to remix Ignition and Hot Fresh Out the Kitchen. I'm still going to step in the name of love. I'm still going to do all that shit, okay? Because I just love me some happy people. Like, okay? I'm still going to listen to R. Kelly's music. Long story short, that's how I feel. But do I condemn and hold R. Kelly accountable for all the fucked up and disgusting things that he does? Because R. Kelly has done some deplorable things. Same as Bretman Rock. I might think Bretman Rock is entertaining and funny as fuck and a very talented beauty guru, but am I going to sit up here and say, it's not that serious just because he's my fave and just because I feel like Bretman Rock is funny? No, hold people accountable. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the N-word, but overall, there are people who do have a problem with the N-word and still won't condemn him because he's their fave. See, this is what I'm talking about with the N-word passes, because a lot of people are quick to hold Gina Rodriguez or any white person who's famous accountable for saying the N-word, but the minute one of their little friends say it who's not black, or the minute one of their homegirls say it who's Latina and doesn't even identify as black, quickly, all of a sudden it's, well, I mean, okay, you're not saying to be offensive, but, okay, I'm going to hold this person accountable because I never really watched them anyways, and I want to be part of cancel culture. It's just like, no, like, this is why I don't support cancel culture. People have called me out for being a part of cancel culture, but I'm not a part of cancel culture. I'm part of keep the same fucking energy culture, okay? Keep the same fucking energy. That's what I want from people. We got to keep the same energy overall. Stop throwing out N-word passes. Stop the whole, well, technically Latinas and Latinos are black. You know, originally Latinos, you know, when they go back to the 1800s, their ancestors were black. So technically they can say the N-word, you know, even though if you have blonde hair and blue eyes, you know, technically one of your ancestors is black, so you're still black, so you can say the N-word. Stop. 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 And I'm saying this wholeheartedly with good intentions, that we have to keep the same energy. Because I was never that way when it came to the N-word. When it came to the N-word, I held everyone accountable. Anytime someone said it when I was in high school, I was like I was side-eyeing them immediately. I didn't give a fuck who you were. I didn't give a fuck who you were friends. You immediately made me cringe if you said the N-word. Like that's just how I felt in general. But then, as I got older, I started to realize that a lot of people were saying, oh, no, that's the homegirl. Oh, no, her dad is biracial. Oh, no, no, bro. Like, there was this one time when this dude said to me, nah, his grandma is black. His grandma is black. So you can say, well, so this is where I'm coming from when I say you can't give people N-word passes and think that they can get away with saying fuck shit and in the long run get mad when you find out they have problematic tendencies. It's the same thing with that bitch ass nigga, what's his name? Austin from the Ace family, the dusty looking dude who's out here allegedly scamming people and doing frauds on that shit and cheating on his triangular booty ass wife who obviously is racist as fuck and ain't shit. Anyways, Austin McBroom is a good example because he's sitting up here thinking that he can disrespect black women. He can say, go around saying fuck shit and, you know, tweet fuck shit about black people, but then turn around and say, oh, I got a black mama.
Austin McBroom is racist. We are ethnic. It's funny. You say funny stuff. Hey, because some people don't think I'm black because I don't say nigga this and nigga that in my videos. You know what I mean? Like, I don't carry myself that way. So some people don't really see that I'm black because I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
so I can do that. I can disrespect black women because my mom is black. She may be mixed with black, but she still got some black in her, and I'm her child, so technically I'm black too. So, black bitches is fuck black bitches is just like, too many people are giving themselves passes. And then I hear too many of, well, in New York it's normal, or, well, I'm still gonna say it because at the end of the day it's just a word, when it's not just a word, it's a word rooted in hatred and evil and this and that. And if you're a non-black person, you're gonna sit up here and say it's not that serious, people are too sensitive. Listen, bitch, you might as well just grab yourself a whip and name yourself Saltine Cracker at this point. But I'm not gonna tell people who are black, oh, well, it's just a word. It's just a word. Because it's just like, at the end of the day, you're allowed to be offended with what you're offended by. But me personally, I'm going to side-eye anyone that gives out passes. So if you can wholeheartedly say that you don't give passes, and you can wholeheartedly say that you hold everyone accountable for saying the N-word, hell, even rap culture for promoting it, then I respect your views on the N-word and how you don't agree with non-black people saying it. Then I respect it. I don't have a problem with black people saying it, but I don't think anyone should say it. So that is how I feel. I use the word sometimes. I don't use it too frequently. As you get older, you realize that a lot of this stuff in rap culture is gross, okay? a lot of stuff in rap culture promotes rape culture. A lot of this stuff in rap culture promotes the fact of, you know, patriarchy, misogyny. A lot of things in rap culture promote scamming. A lot of it promotes robbing, gang activity. There's a lot of things that rap culture promotes. Does it make it okay? No. And I think the N-word falls into that list. Does it make it okay? No. And we all know rappers are the ones that popularize it. So, you know, misogyny, patriarchy, rape culture, feeling like it's okay to grab women by the ass or grab women by the pussy and all that stuff is popularized in politics, the media, and especially rap culture. But does that make that okay? Okay, so the N-word isn't okay. So my views on the N-word are very much broad. I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with me. But long story short, the moral of this entire story is to hold your faves accountable if they do something you don't like, rather than pick and choose who you want to cancel. Me, how I feel about Bretman Rock and what he said, he apologized. If you about an apology, because in general, I don't know how I feel about an apology, because guess what? Justin Bieber did the same thing. When he was called out for saying the N-word, because he was the same age as Bretman. Bretman was 15 when these videos came out, right? He was 15 when these videos came out. So was Justin Bieber when these videos came out.
Why are black people afraid of chainsaws?
Don't even say it. Don't say
Run,
it.
You can say motorcycle too.
Oh my god. Whoa. And guess what? Justin Bieber, just like all the other celebrities, have given a written apologies. Now for me, I'm just like, how do I know that's coming from you? It's not that I'm gonna sit up here and, you know, assume, oh yeah, he apologized, or oh yeah, it's not that serious. I'm still gonna question, okay, you can apologize because some people were offended and people are allowed to be offended, but was that apology from you though? You know, I'm a fan of addressing things the same way you put it out there. You made a video saying the N-word? Hell, you might as well fucking do another video addressing why you said the N-word. And that's just my personal stance on it. And that's how I feel. So, all these celebrities who do written up apologies, I don't give a fuck who it is. I question all of it. Cardi B, hell, all these celebs who do written apologies. Because that could have easily been written in somebody else's notes who's your PR agent. They could have sent it to you, copied and pasted in messages, and then boom, went from there. So when it comes to my stance on the N-word, and when it comes to my stance on written up apologies, I side-eye everything. Like I said, all these beauty gurus are problematic as fuck, but I also find it funny how most of these beauty gurus and these influencers are getting their own shows. You know, Tana Mongoose has her own reality show. A hit reality show on MTV's YouTube channel, and she's making millions of dollars. Tana's a whole self-made millionaire, and she said some real problematic shit that she did apologize for several times and even made videos apologizing for it, but yet she's still uncancelable. Jeffree Star, he just said some real problematic shit. A lot of it had nothing to do with race, but a lot of it is problematic in general as far as, you know, violence and anger and anything involving sexual assault. Jeffree Star has done a lot of problematic shit from all avenues, and guess what? He's still one of the richest influencers on the face of social media. And then we got people like Shane Dawson, who flat out did blackface makeup, who's apologized for it, but he's still one of the most prominent YouTubers, and apparently he made the Forbes list. And then you got people like Nikita Dragon, who just got her own reality show, and she's out here, like, you know, never apologized for some of the things she's done. She's out here being this fake persona, pretending that she's some ally for black issues, but in reality, when it came to other black issues, she's silent. It's only, oh, fine, okay, fine, I'll be an ally so I can wear box braids so these Negroes can shut up. That's how I look at Nikita Dragon. She wants to be an ally just so black people can shut the fuck up and leave her the fuck alone. But when you don't have the box braids and a black man gets shot or a black girl gets out of school, where's the oh yeah, injustices, I stand with blacks? Like, where is that energy, Nikita Dragon? So I look at beauty gurus as a whole as questionable. It's more so the non-black YouTubers, because it's funny because the black YouTubers in particular don't get the most opportunity. They don't get much opportunity. They're honestly always overlooked as far as the industry. It's because of Rihanna why black YouTubers are now getting a chance, because Rihanna obviously created a lane to where a lot of people can now be seen and now make videos and go viral off of this kind of makeup that Rihanna made. So yeah, overall, that's how I feel. Oh my god, so good. And people love asking me to do a video on all the TikTok stars that are doing racist shit. And I just be over here like, oh wow, TikTok stars are racist.
No, it's not dead. Oh my god, you guys scared. Nigga. Oh my god. Nigga, no. Hey, Kai.
Nigga. Nigga, get out the back. To any conclusion. Some fucking bitch ass nigga from Germany.
Yeah, that's bad. Like, nigga, like, you know, like, people just say nigga on the daily, and I don't think it's that bad. Like, I just be like, walking around the halls and be like, what's up, my nigga? Like, I see my nigga.
Anything predominantly white, majority of the people who are a product of that, a lot of them are racist or prejudiced. For example, YouTube is predominantly ran by white people. YouTube stars are predominantly white. The YouTube stars that predominantly get the most opportunities are white. So guess what? A lot of them have a reason to be prejudiced or racist towards other people of color. Then you got whatchamacallit, you got TikTok. It's mostly dominated by fucking ugly ass, dusty ass, scrawny, bony ass 18-year-old with 17-year-old white girls and white boys who do those fucking stupid ass go stupid ass dance challenges, and I just be over here like, TikTok overall may be a great app, but I'm not surprised that there's a lot of racism on it. When people ask me to address all the fuck shit people say, I just be like, report it and keep it moving. Some things don't need my fucking energy. Some things is just like, look, when it comes to racism, in my stance, when I see racism on social media and I see racism in my face, I address it the best way I can, and I either ignore it or fight when it's necessary. And that's just that. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the situation. I know this video is hella controversial, and I'm pretty sure those comments are lit as fuck. So, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know your views on it. Let me know your views on Bretman. Do y'all hold Bretman accountable? Do y'all see where the Twitter users are coming from when they say, he said, not you Negroes fucking take everything so seriously. Like, these people are coming from when they say that, oh, we take things so seriously, slavery is over, blase, it's not that deep. Let me know in the comments down below. This is a very controversial video, and I would love people's broad opinions on it. And your unbiased opinions on the N-word. Your unbiased opinions on the N-word, and your stance on it, and your opinion on the N-word passes. Because we've all been guilty of giving N-word passes. Hell, I've never given N-word passes. By the time I've given N-word passes, I was at a point where I was over the N-word. That's when I was just like, go ahead, say it, I don't care. Everybody says it. Pop culture and rap culture made it normal. So I enjoy my food, but before I end this video, I want to make it very clear that I have really bad anxiety, and I've been inconsistent only because I've been trying to write this show, because y'all know I've been trying to write my own show and all that extra shit, because I want real black representation. And if you guys don't know, I'm writing my own show. I'm only 8 pages long. Did all the characters, and later I'm going to start looking for an agency and a group of people going to help me pitch it. So I've been going through a lot of anxiety lately, so I literally use these drops. They're called Harmony drops. It's basically CBD oil. You put it under your tongue for like 30 seconds, and then, or 15 seconds, and then you swallow it, and then basically your anxiety literally goes away in like 8 minutes. It's called Harmony drops. If y'all want one, I have a link in my description down below. It's CBD oil. It's organic, natural CBD oil, and this shit fucking works. So I feel relieved and relaxed. Or you can take this if you want to go to sleep. Because I know a lot of y'all are struggling with going to sleep with this whole quarantine bullshit. And some of y'all don't have a choice but to scroll through Twitter or scroll through Instagram. So I recommend trying Harmony drops. I fuck with them. I damn near use half the fucking bottle. So yeah. But on that for this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And yeah, I really just want to know y'all views and opinions.
Let me know. Let me know. If you guys are interested in health and wellness products like essential oils, pure essential oils, CBD oils that help with anxiety, and if you guys are interested in non-GMO vegan coffees with great quality ingredients that help and increase your immune system, please be sure to check out my link in my description down below. Check it out. They even have hand sanitizer 2-pack for $10, and you can even get some detox tea and cleanse out your colon and your kidneys. Click my link in my description down below. You never know, you might find something you might like.